In this box is my bootleg AEW International belt. I'd searched around quite a bit for one, and the problem was that most people who made this belt only made it the main plate as just a single plate when the actual belt is stacked. I wanted to go for as much accuracy as possible. It took a little bit of searching, a little while, but then I found someone, and I'll link this guy's video below, who actually had a double stacked main plate international belt, and it turns out it was made by Great Custom Belts. I really was looking for accuracy, so I reached out to Great Custom Belts and got a price, which I'll tell in the end. And the one issue I had with the belt that I saw was that the strap really wasn't done like on TV. So I had a screenshot of the strap of the belt and sent that to Great Custom Belts, and they said no problem. So I said okay. So I paid them, which I did by Western Union. This belt maker is in Pakistan, I believe anyway. I apologize if you're not, if you see this. Other way, on the other side of the world compared to me here in North America. So it was admittedly a little sketchy, even though I'd seen his work. People had bought belts from him and he was showing his work, so I figured he'd be okay. But you know, when you're sending money to someone across the world, there's always a little bit of an uneasy feeling, but alas, it's here. It's in front of me. So the biggest things I'm looking for is the accuracy of the strap, and I'll probably try to get some comparisons up on the screen. And yeah, but I know you can't be completely accurate as a TV because you have to have the exact like belt and from the exact belt maker. And I don't know how these belt makers in Pakistan or other parts of the world actually get the blueprints or the whatever for the belts, but they do. They have them somehow, and we have this. So, as far as I can tell, as far as this point, if you want to order from Great Custom Belts, not a scam, definitely not, definitely legit. Unless there's something else in this box that I don't know about, but I highly doubt that. One of the things that I'm looking for as well when I go through this, I know I'm being nitpicky, but I want to get as close to the TV version as possible. And I don't know how close that can possibly be. In fact, I'm even kind of doubting, like, is this really how tall the belt is on TV? Like, I mean, like, I have a tape measure here. Is it really about 11 and a half? It's the belt's probably about, what, 10 and a half? We'll see. Anyway, I've seen people complain about from other belt makers that the snaps either don't align or they're kind of not polished. So we'll see if the snaps align and if the snaps look good. The other thing I've seen is that, like, for example, there's paint on the strap from painting the plates. So look out for that for condition. But I'm ready to dig into this. I have not opened it yet. This is completely sealed up. I'm just not showing too much of this side because it's got some information on there. I just don't want to show. I realize I should have done the other side of this box, but okay, that's fine. We'll be as gentle as we can so we don't nick what's inside. And I am hoping for a home run here. Again, I know this is not going to be perfect because, again, you would have to be the original belt maker in order for it to be perfect. And they're not, and that's fine. But definitely to be as close as possible to the real thing. And I'm really going to be interested in seeing what the strap looks like. Now, I should actually say this. As far as updates that the belt maker, Great Custom Belts, they did send me a picture of the plate, the main plate, once it was done. And they sent a picture of, I think it was like 4 different belts, 2 of them being the international belts, once before he shipped this off. So I did see this belt, technically see it in a group with other belts before it was shipped off. So definitely, I do appreciate the transparency here. And I know I am ripping this box open from the back, but I just don't want to show the information that's on the other side because it's just personal information. I'm seeing bubble wrap, which is what I expected. I think this is the face of the belt. No, this is the strap of the belt. He probably intended for me to open it up the other way. So I know I'm butchering this box. Okay, yeah, that's about the... Okay. Again, I'm not a very good judge of size of things. I'm sorry this is shaky. I'm on a folding table that's not great. Stop. Sorry about this, guys. Lots of shaky video here. I'm doing this the absolute hard way. Oh, wow. Okay. And you know, like, I don't know what typical belt sizes look like. So is this, like, the measurements on this, is this going to be accurate? Is this what title belts, wow, look like on TV? All right. And this is heavy, and I have a scale here. Man, this is a unit. Oh my god. Oh my word. That is so heavy. There is so much weight to this. Oh my gosh. That's so heavy. Is that right? I don't know. I have to look. I'm going to do some comparisons after. I'm going to take some pictures and do some side-by-side and edit this after as unboxing. Man, I'm going to try and do this without showing that. Oh my gosh, it's legit heavy. Oh my word, I can't get over that. So as far as packaging goes, for critiquing this, there is some openness here, but so far, I mean, no, it's in a plastic bag. It should be fine. Again, I'm being nitpicky on this. This is not that big of a deal, but if you want to order from Great Custom Belts, I'm going to give you an idea of, wow, of what you're going to get, what you're going to unbox, what you're going to see. Dang. So the leather's a little, let me get that on frame here. It's a little rough. It's a little, not rough, it's not rough. It's not so flexible, but you know what? That's okay. It's going to, yeah. This looks good. This is exactly what I asked for so far. Dang, Great Custom Belts. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. Yep, just exactly what right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. Great Custom Belts, you're doing a great job so far. And I'm only into the strap. Oh man, like and this the backing, that's the right color. The edges look pretty good. They're sealed. Might be some separation. There could be some separation there, maybe. But looking pretty good so far. I almost like, I don't know. I don't know. This is exciting. And I know I'm just taking my time with this. Yep, that's right. Okay, so just going over the straps, or the snaps. No, these look good. These are fine. Maybe a little bit. Honestly, it looks like there's just a little bit of character to them. Yeah, like a little... Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to be nitpicky about it. They look fine. I know for someone else, I think they also ordered from Great Custom Belts, and the snaps were maybe not in as great shape, but honestly, they're fine. They're great. I have no problem with them. I'm not going to expect the freaking polished gold here. That'd be ridiculous. Okay. I still can't believe how heavy this is. Maybe this is the real size of the belt. Oh man. They said cubic, I think he said cubic zirconias, and those are definitely shiny gemstones, whatever's in there. This is insane. I was so worried like about the size and trying to see if it's accurate, and I know I'm unboxing this, taking it off in a really unnecessary difficult way because I'm just trying to save the reveal. I'm having a hard time holding this up. It's actually really heavy, so I'm going to set this down gently. So we see where all the screws are in for the plates in the back. Listen, I'm not going to be super... I'm going to be picky, but not picky, right? It's like some things, like you make a belt with leather, it's going to be folded up, whatever. I am a little worried about these protruding through, but maybe that's fine. This is my first ever bootleg belt. So, okay, let's fold this up. And let's turn this over. Let's see what this baby looks like. It is so heavy. I keep saying that, but it's so true. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is a pretty belt. Oh. The paint just sticks out. Like, I gotta pull up a chair and look at this. The paint just sticks out, those diamonds. Like, they're just... Oh. They look really nice. I'm kind of looking close at it, and honestly, I'm having a hard time finding flaws. I'm looking at like the belt for any kind of paint overspray or over whatever, and I don't see it. Is this the real size? Oh, no, it's fine. Is this the real size of the belt? The real belt? I don't know. I mean, this is my hand. I have a small hand, mind you. Let me take my tape measure out. And so from tip to tip, we're looking at about 10 3/4-ish inches, approximately that. This plate's about, let's just say 8 1/4 inches. Side plate, roughly 7 3/4 inches ish. So is this the size of the real belt? I feel like the real belt is bigger, but at the same time, this is still pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Because of my stand, my cell phone's on, I have to have this kind of a little bit crooked. I'm curious about these side plates, though. Are those supposed to be colored in? Because I don't know what that is. I'm going to compare with... Because maybe it's like that, but maybe there's some spots in there. I wonder if you forgot to paint that. And because it's there, and it's also over here too. It doesn't look like it's complete. But again, I'll have to look at the actual real belt and compare. But I won't lie. This thing, and as you hopefully you can see on camera, we have the stacked main plate here. Yeah. It's insane. I'm gonna put some bubble wrap down here, and let's do the snap test. Do the snap, and do they align? I've also told that, or I've heard online that a lot of these belts, the snaps are the first thing to wear out. I know you can't really see this from your angle. Well, that one snaps in. Snaps are always hard. So, let me take a second to try and snap this together. I got a few of them. And this is on the smallest size. I think, yeah, for the most part, yeah, that's, they all pretty much line up. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's cool. Now here's a test. Okay, nothing's loose. Okay, I'm worried about this protruding from the back. But okay. No weird smells. The leather is decently floppy. It's a little stiff, but I mean leather, breaks in. Last thing I'm gonna do, it's so heavy. I'm going to weigh it, or attempt to weigh it on camera. I got my scale here. And I guess I'll use this on top of it. I don't have anything else to really tear. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. Now, how heavy is the AEW International Championship? It is. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? My phone's being blocked. I'm seeing 7.9 pounds. 7.8, 7. Let's just call it 7.9 pounds. Let's call that. And for 7.9 pounds, I'm telling you, like, it's... You think 7 pounds is no big deal. That's not heavy. This is heavy. I don't know how... This can't be 7.9 pounds. It has to be heavier than that. But yeah, this is the AEW International Championship, made by Great Custom Belts. Like I said, it is nice. Even if it is Like, is this a smaller version? I can't tell. It looks really good though. I'm just gonna have to look at those side plates to see if maybe he missed painting them. And if so, I'm sure I can probably figure it out. But other than that, the paint is really good in here. I don't see any issues with the globe, with the flags, the logos. The gems look really, really nice. I think it'd be cool to get this restoned. I think honestly, this is what I ordered. So if you were scared to order from people online, bootleg belt makers, great custom belts, don't be afraid. So I'm going to move on now to comparisons of this belt compared to the TV used belt, and we'll see what we come up with. So what you're looking at right now is a screenshot from Mark Heron Vlogs. This is the channel that I found Great Custom Belts, or this gentleman's version of Great Custom Belts International Championship. And what you're seeing right now is one of the things that I brought up to Great Custom Belts. I'll just call it GCB for now on. I brought up that, this is I'd like it to look a little bit different. The tooling is not wavy like it is. It's basically like what you've seen in my belt, and where the belt kind of cuts off. It's a little bit weird. I knew that this wasn't quite right, but I did, of course, send a screenshot, like I said earlier, to Great Custom Belts, and here it is. So I sent this to GCB just to give him an idea of what I was looking for. You can see how I put annotations about the dimples for the tooling, how the edges are raised, and there's that part that kind of where the dimples are and the other part of the belt meets. That was a big part of the design change from his original one. This is a screenshot from an episode of Dynamite in 2024 that I attended in person. So I sent those to him, and he was great too. Actually, he did a really good job of replicating it on my belt, and I'll bring up a picture of it now. So you can see he did a good job of replicating it. I think the only little issue I noticed is that where the two, I guess, parts of the belt joined right before the dimpling, it's not raised as much as on the real one. The real one looks like it's two different parts. Like the snap part of the belt, it looks like it's attached to the main part of the belt. And so it's like it's raised up, or rather I should say the main part of the belt is attached to the snap part of the belt. So it's like raised up. It looks like it's placed on top of and then somehow stuck together. So that would be one little nitpicky complaint, but still, he still did a great job for this, what it is. The edges are raised around the snap part of the belt, so that's pretty good too. And so yeah, he did a really great job for that part. Now on to the side plates that I was talking about, and I did notice something here. I was wrong earlier when I thought that something wasn't painted in on this. So these plates are correct for the All Atlantic belt. So for those who may or may not know, the international title wasn't always called the international title. It used to be called the All Atlantic title, and then AEW changed the name. And what it seems happened is that the belt makers, with their templates, they changed All Atlantic to international, which is right. However, these side plates changed as well. These plates here that you see on screen they look to be like Kenny Omega giving the one-winged angel. However, on the current international belt, I cannot make out what is on the side plates. I mean, they're different, but I can't make out what it is. And let me show you an example. Here is the very talented Kenny Omega standing with the International Championship, but you can already see on those plates, the design is different. And here's a zoomed in look. I don't know, excuse me, I don't know what that is. I don't know what the picture is on that plate. I don't think it's the one-winged angel, but you can see that it is definitely different from what I have. Let me pull up mine again. And actually, you know what's funny, now that I'm actually looking at this side by side, because look at the picture, look at my belt, I think it is the same plate. But I think the paint is different. What do you guys think in the comments? You guys tell me. Is it still the one-winged angel on the current belts? And is the paint just inverted on this belt? Is that all it is? What do you guys think? You guys tell me in the comments. I'm also going to play this clip that I took from the Dynamite episode I attended. And I'll zoom in on that belt that Roderick Strong held at one point. So take a look at this.
Come on, Roderick. Don't be afraid.
I'm going to play these two pictures back to back here. So I'm kind of discovering this in real time. So I think I know what's going on now. This, you're seeing, of course, a picture of my belt and a picture of the international belt that I found online. And I think I know what's going on. I guess there must have been a newer revision of the international championship. So I was wrong earlier when I said that this was just a template for the All Atlantic, or maybe it was still. But there must have been a newer version of the international belt where those side plates, I think they're just painted differently. I think it's still showing the one-winged angel, but they're just painted, I guess, the inverse of what they used to be. So this belt is technically accurate. And I didn't even know that there was a newer version of the international belt. So no, and I guess at the end of the day, everything's good. Everything's great. Other than maybe that one little bit on the strap that I mentioned earlier, that part that could be raised, I think it could be a little slimmer. Honestly, this is probably about as accurate as I'm going to get from a bootleg belt. So my final thoughts. I do have an accurate belt, which is wonderful. I'm so happy about that because I really wanted accuracy. I was really not certain there for a bit, but no, that's great. I'm honestly very, very happy with this belt. GCB did a phenomenal job. Like 10 out of 10. Would buy a belt from him again. Great contact, great person to work with. And just so you guys know, I am not sponsored by him. I'm not being paid by him. He's not asked me to say anything about him. I told him I was going to be reviewing his belt and posting on here. And if you want a belt, Great Custom Belts, check him out on Facebook. You'll find his group, and you can see his pricing. So as far as what I paid, I am very grateful. He is the first person out of the belt makers that I contacted to allow me to pay in Canadian dollars. And that made all the difference because paying in American dollars as a Canadian is it's a lot. It's a lot more money, or it's seemingly a lot more money anyway. It feels like it, if I can say it that way. I paid $490 Canadian shipped. I did also have to pay like a customs fee of approximately $28 Canadian. That, of course, is no reflection of him. That is something that you just have to do because that's the way the world works. So, but for the $490 that I paid him Canadian, and I just want to clarify this, that doesn't mean that you're going to get that price for all his belts. He does have other belts at different price points. So you want to check with him on what his most up-to-date pricing is. But I have to say, I'm very happy. I'm actually recording this voiceover the next day, and so I've had time to sit with the belt. And when I put it over my shoulder and looked in the mirror, it's big. It feels right. I don't know. I'm a terrible judge of size. It looked kind of small to me, but honestly, it's not. It seems to be about the right size. But anyway, comment below. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this belt? Have you bought from Great Custom Belts before? Are you looking for a particular belt to buy in the future? Are you a belt collector? Is this your first time seeing it? If you have any questions for me about the belt, please put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.